Welcome back to my channel, Ebron365, and on this episode, I'm introducing the artist, No Lunch. Welcome to the lab. Let's get into it. No Lunch, welcome to my pad. This is my creative space. Right here, I got my calendar where I'm checking off days where I got stuff scheduled and everything. Right here is just a reminder. It says all gas, no brakes. Set goals and achieve them. That's the motto. My weapon of choice is the Native Instruments Maschine. And I also use the M32 Native Instruments Complete Control keyboard. What got me into music, I would say, well, growing up, we was always in church. My mom kept us in church. But my uncle Michael, he came around, he introduced me to rap music. So that's when I first started hearing rap music. He put me on Rakim, and he put me on to LL Cool J. Later on, as I got a little older, my mom, she used to take us to Norfolk State homecoming games, the games and the parade. And that's why I fell in love with the drums and wanted to make music. And then as I got in middle school, I joined the band and I played the saxophone. But yeah, so I first got into love for music, knowing I wanted to do music when I went to Norfolk State homecoming, just the parades and to the games, watching the band play, listening to the band play, and I was always intrigued by the drums and the music. What's my style? I would say, well, first of all, I'm from the South. I'm from Virginia, so I would say that my style definitely has a little bump to it, a little bass to it, and a little bounce to it. Like I say, I'm from Virginia, so I look up to Timberland, I look up to Pharrell, of course, but lately, like I said earlier, I give homage to Zaytoven. He's, I look up to him and watch his videos. Yeah, but when it comes to my style, I would say that I have my own style. Like, I'm unique in my own way. I don't think I sound like anybody else, or I don't think I try to sound like anybody else or mimic somebody else. So I would say that I have my own style. Like I said, I was in band, so I like a lot of strings and a lot of keys when I make my music. And yeah, I would say that's what my style is. My style, I'm unique. I think I'm different. I don't think each one of my beats sound the same. I just like to be spontaneous and go with the flow. What do you like to start with? So I want to start off with some hi-hats. Remember, the tempo is 150. So I just start with some hi-hats, regular hi-hats. See? It's not really any particular instrument that I like to start with. I just like to, what I do when I sit down in my setup, I pick the tempo, and I like to stay in the tempo between 140 and 155. So I just set it, and then I just go with the flow. You know what I'm saying? One sound come out. If I start with the hi-hats, if I start with some keys first, and that starts off the beat, and it just leads me to go into a certain direction, whatever feels good, whatever sounds good. And see, and that just shifts me to where I want to go next. So maybe I want to go with some bass. Maybe I want to go with some keys or something. I don't know. Like I said, I just start with something, and it just leads me to where I want to go. So I would say, let's see. Say if I want to do a little bass line next. Then we go a little something like this. And once again, like I said, I'm just being spontaneous. Whatever sounds good, whatever feels good, you know what I mean? Just something a little simple, nothing too hard. The finished product, oh, you might see me dancing, you might see me pumping my fists. I mean, the finished product, you just never know what you might get. You might, like I said, you might even see me get up and dancing, because when the finished product, I just be so hyped and I be so intrigued to what I just came up with in a 10-minute time frame, sometimes less. Just being creative, and this is what I love to do. This is my passion. I always had a passion for music. So the finished product, who knows? You never know what you might catch me doing with a finished product. I did start out using Fruity Loops, but I just didn't like the sound I was getting with Fruity Loops. So I started watching a bunch of YouTube videos, and I came across Zaytoven, and he just made the beat machine look so easy. So I started investing, and I went on and got the Native Instruments machine. I stepped up my game, and I improved my sound, and I like the sound I'm giving with this Native Instruments machine, and it's also the M32 keyboard. And that's a wrap, man. That's that. My creative space, No Lunch. Make sure you go out and get that Homecoming. Drops June 25th. Grab that Homecoming. Gonna be on all streaming platforms. It's a wrap. That's how we do it.